Extraterrestrials? A giant sea monster? A crack in the space-time continuum? What's actually going on in the Bermuda Triangle? Although many might turn to the supernatural, one oceanographer theorizes the area might be plagued by a natural but extreme phenomenon. The Bermuda Triangle has mystified the public for more than 500 years and is famously known for its shipwrecks, plane crashes, and alleged paranormal sightings. The sometimes nicknamed Devil's Triangle spans the area in the Atlantic between Bermuda, Puerto Rico, and the southern tip of Florida. An assortment of conspiracy theories have been proposed to explain how some 50 ships and at least 20 planes have mysteriously gone missing in the daring stretch of ocean. But even setting aside the reported plane crashes and disappearances, there's no doubt the sea in the Bermuda Triangle has claimed several ships, and a new theory by oceanographer Dr. Simon Boxall is giving credence to the triangle's dangerous reputation, theorizing that the area is susceptible to 100-foot man-eating rogue waves. Boxall has told several news outlets that if storms are able to conjoin in the region, then it could lead to massive swells which could swallow up ships, and sometimes breaking them clean in half and wiping away the evidence. To prove the point, Boxall and his team recreated the infamous wreck of the USS Cyclops, a U.S. Navy cargo ship that disappeared while sailing through the Triangle in 1918, wiping out all 309 passengers without a trace. In the recreation, the steep walls of the rogue waves buoyed the ship on the port and stern so severely that the ship's bottom was suspended in air. Boxall claims the sheer pressure would cause the ship to snap in two and sink in 2 to 3 minutes. Boxall also argued the roughly 20 planes which have disappeared while flying through the region also have reasonable explanations, including one of the Triangle's most famous incidents, when in 1945, 5 Avenger torpedo bomber airplanes, known as Flight 19, and a rescue plane went missing. The flight has even been memorialized on film and is featured in the opening scene of the 1977 movie Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Who flies crates like these anymore?
No one. These planes were reported missing in 1945.
Of course, other scientists have their own pet theories. Dr. Carl Kruszelnicki, an Australian scientist who's written several articles about the puzzling zone, has a much simpler theory about Flight 19, which is that the lieutenant in charge was just a bad navigator.
He directed them the wrong way. Let's see here, the Bermuda Triangle coming down here. So the standard thing was that if they would go over the Gulf of Mexico or America or whatever you call it, and then chuck a U-in, come back and then head to the east. He had gone the wrong way and it was in the Atlantic and kept on going further wrong. Apparently the transcripts say that the pilots were saying, so we should go this way, and he said, no, I'm the boss, we go that way.
Though he has his own potential theories about what would cause ships to sink in the triangle, everything from methane hydrate bubbling to the surface to just plain old human error, Dr. Carl suspects that the Bermuda Triangle is no more than folklore.
Well, firstly, this is just a claim that there are all these ships vanishing, and I thought, that's interesting, because I can see advertisements in the newspapers every now and then for ships and holidays in the Bermuda Triangle. Why on earth they vanish, knowing that some of their paying customers would also vanish as well? So why would they advertise them knowing their paying customers would vanish? And I thought, that's a little bit weird. I have been in contact with Lloyd's of London, who are one of the prime insurers of ships and planes. There are others, and have not been able to get anything from them except that they do not increase insurance premiums for the Bermuda Triangle compared to anywhere else in the world. This is an official statement on the US Coast Guard website. The Coast Guard does not recognise the existence of the so-called Bermuda Triangle as a geographic area of specific hazard to ships or planes. In a review of many aircraft and vehicle losses in the area over the years, there's been nothing discovered that would indicate the casualties were the result of anything other than physical causes. No extraordinary factors have ever been identified.
Science or fiction, the Bermuda Triangle has been an area of intense speculation since the time of Christopher Columbus's crossing of the ocean blue, and it doesn't seem like that's changing anytime soon.